Welcome back, guys, to East 9 Monstrum Nox, where last episode, Chapter 6, The Renegade's Secret began. After gearing up for adventure, we began our first quest, The Legend of Heroes, where we were asked to head around Balduq to read graffiti left behind by one of the ancient heroes, the Holy Swordsman, which our requester wished to use as inspiration for a song. We then fought Dragia Haman by the request of Aprilis, who had appeared on a stat road, causing a new Grimwald Nox to spawn with more lacrimae within, completing the Biding Reaper's Purge to open up the Noble District, as we now continue on. Hello, you've seen that letter, I presume? It was written by an inmate in the prison. How did they get it to us? The requester must be well connected. I believe the inmate's identification number was 906. Whoever it is, they must wield a deep influence within the city. The request is to deliver a cigar of the highest quality in Glia. In normal circumstances, such a request would be rejected, but it's evident that our mysterious requester has ties with the Dandelion and the Monstrums. Regardless, we must enter the prison and assess the situation. I know you're busy, so I'd understand if you're unable to participate in this mission. Of course I can help. Thank you, Adol. While many of the prisoners we've rescued were innocent, I can't say the same for this one. As usual, let us first gather the others, and decide whether we rescue them now or later. Let us call them here at once. Never thought we'd get a request from someone in the prison. They're brave, I'll give them that. It's addressed directly to the Monstrums. Yes, there is only one woman in Balduq who could do such a thing. Margaret Reyes, the leader of the Bells of Freedom, the Glian Resistance Organization. She's the one who was imprisoned by the Roman army after a revolt 3 years ago. Is that the boss? There were casualties, but there would have been more if it wasn't for the new Governor General. That's exactly right. The last one was a tyrannical dictator from Rome. Cardinal Nihon, the current Governor General, was a breath of fresh air. And there are many who owe Margot their lives, even though the rebellion has subsided. Yeah, Glia's got a complicated history. All Romans are the same. Nothing to lose our tempers over. We're not sure why yet, but it's clear that she wishes to meet with the Monstrums. We're still yet to determine whether her freedom is justified. It's your call, Adol. What? Why does he get to decide? Well, it's rather precipitate of me, but I have faith in Adol's judgment of character. He's met many people, made many friends, and just as many enemies. Speak with her first. If you decide then that she should be released, then so be it. So would you do this, Adol? Difficult decisions are what I do best. I say this puts me in a tough position. I always don't match your expression, Adol. You seem rather excited. He's a lunatic. What do you expect? According to the request, she is located on the 4th floor of the North Wing, the special sector. As politicians and nobles reside there, we should expect to find security of equal magnitude. Sorry, but I'm a doctor, not an escape artist. I can only get you as far as the prison clinic. And our old passengers are probably crawling with guards now. But if they can get in, so can we. Let's ask the black market dealer. Yes, we've come to depend on him quite a bit as of late. That just leaves the high-quality cigar that she asked for. I think there was a shop in the main square that sold expensive cigars. Wow, you sure know a lot about smoking. I know, I just know because of all the shops I've been going to since working here. You can do it right, Adol. The rest of us will remain here and devise an infiltration plan. As usual, we're counting on you, Monstrums. Tobacco to go. To there, above the tranquil underpass. The Forbidden Domain. Part of the truth hides there, but when will I actually get in properly? That's the question. Of course it's you.
It's you.
Let me guess, another job at the prison. You lot really don't want to quit, do you? Were we really that obvious? Last I remember, the crap we get up to is none of your concern. And it still isn't. State your business. Give Maxim the basic details and ask for a secure route into the North Prison Wing. Not like a fool's errand to me, with all the heightened patrols lately. Still, if it works out, that's more intel on the prison for, well, never mind that. Request accepted, but whether or not it pays off is up to our guys on the inside. The fee this time is 1,500 gold. I need that cigar you want delivered too. Come find me once it's all set. Thanks a lot, man. Don't mention it. Ever. I need the cigar. So that was in Central Square, I thought they said. So the gift shop.
Welcome.
Oh, it's talk rather than buy. I was just like talking to her first before I bought. Come on in. What can I do for you? Well, we were wondering something actually. Tell Nora about the premium Glean cigar you're looking for. I think I know what you mean. Give me just a moment. Here we are. This is the kind you're looking for. You're in luck. We had just one left, way in the back of our storage. The premium Glean cigar has been received. Yep, this is the one. Wait, you're not just handing it over to us for free, are you? Actually, I am. It's leftover stock from when my granddad, God rest his soul, ran the shop. He usually only sold them to regulars he knew would appreciate a good puff. Must be pretty old then. You sure it didn't get all dampened up over time? That's great, saying that. Oh, you don't have to worry. He was very particular with the way he stored his cigars. Heck, it might actually taste better now it's nice and aged. Go on, take it. I'm sure Papa would want this in the hands of a real cigar aficionado. Thank you very much. We procured the item as requested. Let us return to the black market dealer. Let's get our information then, shall we? Is it my imagination or there's just less things appearing lately?
Welcome. Always a pleasure. Done all. Come back soon.
I've definitely done already. Like, I can't find the ones that drop Anka often anymore.
Here I go.
Here they come.
I've seen them mostly go. Give me an elixir. Gdong charm. Right, back to the guy then. Where is the thing for that? Is it up on like the limit landmarks? I'm wondering if it'd be like there, but it does seem to actually be on top of the place, which we scaled fine. So then that just leaves me like clueless as to where it actually is. So it's like to the left, so it must be like directly under me. It wasn't on top. I didn't see a shiny on top. Just fall the way down, that's fine. I don't make it up there so easily now that I look at it. I don't understand what this landmark even is. It's somewhere like to the side here, but I have to really look at that one. There's like a section inside. I can't see the circle that would represent it being,
Let's take them out.
There properly. Let's go deliver the thing and get started with our next escapade, shall we?
Crimson mine. Lemires.
I'm being debuffed by the look of it.
I'll handle this.
No Arca this time. Relinquish 1,500 G to submit an official request that I can do. You handed over 1,500 gold, officially striking a deal with Maxim. Payment received. I'll get in touch with my contact. Alright, Arthur, you know what to do. Prison time. So, the job this time is to secure a route into the prison's north wing. Sure would be a crying shame if someone ransacked the warehouse for any useful tools. Well, you knocked yourself out in there. I mean, can you help me out this time? What, a girl like me helping some Roman prisoner? Nah, you're talking crazy. Besides, there's no way an inmate could manage that. I'm just thinking aloud is all. I'll be seeing ya. Appears someone is trying to sneak into the prison again. It must be that group that's been the talk of the town lately, the Monstrums. Oh there, Rusty. Sounds like you've got another humdinger or a job foisted on you. You can take me to a horrible trap place again, are you, Xavier? Route to the north wing, huh? It's a bit of a doozy, but I think I've got one in mind. Come on, bring out that cell so we can sally forth. I don't want to go with you. It's dangerous. After escaping from his cell, Adol took whatever tools from the warehouse he figured may come in handy. As the duo avoided the guards on patrol, Xavier guided him to the spot he had in mind. I'm thinking Xavier's just trying to kill me. Just jump off here. Come on, over here. It's a bit narrow, sure, but behold, there's a ledge sitting right below us. According to the floor plan, there should be a passage down yonder that leads outside. Okay, let's use the rope from the warehouse. I was just thinking the same myself. Step 2, Rusty, before the guards catch wind of us. Are you sure this thing isn't trying to kill me? I should do it. Now down we go. After securely setting the rope, Adol and Xavier made their descent. Xavier's now coming to you. Xavier.
That's a long ways down.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a doorway right below us.
There is. Handy. Interestingly, there's 3 people here. I wonder who they might be. This appears to be some sort of hidden passage from ancient times. You can feel a faint breeze coming from farther inside. That just about proves it. This path connects outside one way or another. I can sense something dangerous in that. We best be careful going forward. You're telling me? Alright, I better save because jailed Adol, whatever we want to call him, isn't very good at taking hits. One day we'll have some gear, maybe, I don't know. Is he leveled up at all? He's still only level 10.
Tread lightly.
Hey there, but I'm kind of being attacked by rats. I'll look for spots on the ground that might be death-giving. Sure. Uh-oh.
A treasure chest!
6,000 gold acquired? Oh.
You're stuck in here until we find a way to get rid of that thing.
Oh, got it!
You okay?
I'm okay, but I took a hit. I mean, I didn't even need the 6,000 gold. There are just regrets now. I'm trying to even activate things from the side so there's no floor trap. One of these statues lasers me, I'm not going to be happy. I've got a raisin! Lovely, lovely things. Spike floors. Okay, I've pulled one of two supposedly good levers for me. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I was about to say, what's the timing on these buddies?
A treasure chest!
It's gonna happen! I got some cheese. The spikes didn't jump up and get me. Phew! Well, that guy just came in. I guess they can see me no matter where I'm at the moment when you think about it. I've opened the way, but I need to get out of here very fast. Thanks, buddy.
Chest.
Let me have my California raisins. I'm out of here. They're hitting each other. Okay, I'm off. Bye. I'm out of here.
Stay sharp.
Okay, that works. I didn't intend for that to happen, but it worked. Whee! Save again! I'm already past several traps. I don't want to restart from the start.
Take a left.
I don't even know why I engage in combat when you think about it. I never get anything. Oh, there's a chest up there. You want me to take a left, but you see there's a bit of a problem with that? There's... I'm worried about that thing having laser eyes. It's here! Well, I'm just going forward now. How do I take a right? I should have got away from that buddy now. I'm not getting away from that buddy. It's following me. It's underneath me. It's underneath me. It's fine. I don't even know what's the point in collecting anything. Okay. Tells me I can't make that jump.
A treasure chest!
Okay, cool. I got 2,000 gold that I probably don't need. So I still need to hit another thing to open up that. I didn't fall on a trap! Now I gotta go this way!
I think there's something here.
Right, I've got to step on a switch somewhere? Okay. Not so much a trap as a handy platform. That wasn't a handy platform.
A treasure chest!
That was not a handy platform. Okay, so we're about to jump into a death pit, so I'm saving it again. Okay. That makes a bit more sense for my entry. Okay, I could make it to there, but I should be fine from here. Yikes much! Drop another save! We got through the death trap! Okay, you're not allowed to hit me when I'm doing the downward slash. Stop it! Ah, what is that? I was like, does that stop them going? No, no it does not. It does not stop them. God damn it. These sections are their own special kind of hell. Oh. Do I care about that treasure chest? What did that do? Oh, okay. I was going to try to pull them in, but obviously that's not an option.
Stay sharp.
Well, these things are very sharp. Oh, there's one there! Right, so that opened up great. How am I supposed to now get past all these things? Because if one of them runs over the switch, like, I get zooped down. Yes! That's indeed what the switch does, Sam. You have to get over the switch.
Not half bad.
I laugh at my misfortune.
Woo-wee.
Right, 2,000 gold, great. What is it even for?
Over here.
Can't believe how dumb I am sometimes. Sounds, Rusty. Just look at this spectacular view. This would be the remains of the tunnel network dug around the ramparts. What? Hey, what ho! We finally managed to make our escape. Wait a tick. We can't even go anywhere from here. At this height, one wrong step could send us plummeting to a crumbly doom. Escaping was never part of the plan. Hey, maybe you can make it, Mr. Rue.
What?
What? Not my life! I was trying to hide it, but truth be told, Heist and I have been a nemesis. Lackaday, lackaday, I thought for sure this would be it. No matter how you see it, no normal human could come or leave from here. Maybe we'd be better off looking for another spot. There's water underneath me, and I'm special buoyant. Just ride me. If anyone can make it, it's them. You know we're sneaking in? I do, but I'm not going to talk to you. You and Xavier placed the marker as far down as you can reach. With all their experience, the infiltrators should have no trouble getting in. Supposedly. The experience of that is someone who runs into pits. How do we get back up? What else, you Rusty? We've got to take to our heels before you get yourself caught. Those gates are normally locked, but given that the infiltrators will be taking this route, Adol made his way back to his cell in the north wing, taking care to avoid detection. Upon parting ways with Xavier, he reported the completion of his job to the guardsman. Not long after that. And it's that marker Maxim told us about. I believe I never noticed there was a way into the prison here all this time. That must be the route our guy on the inside secured for us. Perilous as to be sure, one has to wonder what manner of individual could accomplish it. Well, no use mulling it over. Let's just deliver the cigar like we were asked. I'd like to know why this Margot lady called for us in particular too. With Adol's gift, the group managed to enter the passageway atop the cliff. As the levers were already activated, they were able to reach the outer wall of the prison's west wing without much difficulty. So he left us something, did he?
And we made it out in one piece.
Now we just have to find a way up this wall.
It is rather high. There must be some place we can climb up.
I like how the game basically says as well, like, you don't have to do with the traps. You come too far to not complete the request now. Especially because traps won't even do much against you guys, really. Time to run up this wall then. Damn it, no guards standing watch. Talk about a letdown. Looks like Parks' information was spot on. There shouldn't be anyone around right now. Let us make our infiltration into the north wing from there, surreptitiously, if possible.
Like a walk in the park.
I think I'm getting a little too used to this.
Maybe. Where was that thing dropped off? Yeah? 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 I feel there should be something shiny here for me to look for. Oh god. You can actually go off there. I very much thought something was put there. Special sectors below us. Definitely looked like he put something down, didn't it? Well, I can't see anything. Oh, it looks like it's locked. He put a key down. It's a little sturdy, but I bet I could still knock it flat. What do you think? That's okay. We just end up getting swarmed by the guards. Maybe there's another way in. Why don't we try looking around? Give me the goodies. Couldn't get it ahead of time. North wing key acquired. A key. How very convenient that someone would leave it behind here. Nah, somebody planned this on purpose. Plus, they knew it'd be coming this way. That's some guy on the inside they've got. I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu over this. So wrong, Adol? No, it's nothing. We do not have very much time. Let's proceed to the location of our client. Strange sense of deja vu. Oh, really? Could have left the money there. Use the key to open the door. Like maybe Adol wants a few drinks at the special sector bar. Here we are. This must be where they keep all the high-profile inmates. I do not sense any guards around. It is, however, unquestionably peculiar for them to be understaffed to such an extent. Not that there's all that much room for us to check. Let's make this quick. You sent someone within this room. The door doesn't appear to be locked.
You may enter. Welcome, Monstrums. Did you bring what I requested? Oh, yes. I almost forgot. I am Margot. As you can tell, I'm just a harmless old bat.
I wouldn't underestimate you. Oh, come on. You don't seriously expect us to fall for that, do you? There's not a Glean alive who doesn't know you. You're the head of the Resistance. There are posters of you plastered all over during that incident 3 years back. Is that right? I suppose that spares me the trouble then. You introduced yourself to Margot before handing her the cigar. Wow, you know, here you are, just as requested. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll admit, the request was little more than a pretext. Still, I am an ardent connoisseur of cigars. The Glean-made ones are particularly relaxing. Naturally, there's a reason I've summoned you here the way I did. Firstly, I want to see if the Monstrums lived up to all the tales that I've been hearing. I had a feeling this was all just a test of some sort. So I'm guessing we've proven ourselves to you by now? When was it? Half a year prior, when the Monstrums first took Balduq by storm? I never could figure you out, no matter how much I had my subordinates pry. But now that you made it into the depths of this prison, well, that's enough for me. I've only one singular thing to ask of you. Will you help me restore the bells of freedom? You wish to initiate us into the resistance movement. So this was what? A recruitment scheme? Just suit us this old bag thing we are. Your objective is to regain independence from the Roman Empire, I presume. Do you intend to have us glorified as heroes akin to St. Rosvita, perhaps? Now, don't get the wrong idea here. I don't see violence as the end-all be-all. In fact, I'd consider our newest Governor General to be quite a forward thinker. Best case scenario, I'd prefer to resolve this with words instead of weaponry. Well, that does little to change the reality of all we've lost in the war. Friends, families, an entire generation of youths. Not to mention our new imposed personhood. Annexed citizens made to obey Rom's will. What I wish to restore to Gleans is their dignity, even if it costs me all I have. Well, you have?
Well,
that's right. Margot was a wealthy merchant once, enough to rival us Pendletons even. Oops. You supposed to say that out loud? Right in front of her? She poured her finances to keeping Balduq on its feet during the siege. Her ex-soldiers with nowhere to go after the war, the resistance became a place to belong. After her arrest, her company was put under surveillance, effectively dissolving the group. But even now it operates behind the scenes. You never give up on the cause. I don't disagree with what you did, but I can't say I agree with it either. Maybe it's not my place as a monstrum to say, but to me what matters is the people, and the peaceful lives they deserve. If anything, all that discord you sowed just made things worse for Glee in the long run. But even then, even knowing that, you still plan on keeping this up? You two are Glean, I take it. I'm surprised to hear my repute is even worse than I imagined. And yet I cannot back down now. Even if they lock me away, even if the cause I built is fading away as I speak, it is up to she who started things to bear the cross, as well as make certain the next generation doesn't stray on the wrong path. Huh? The wrong path? What say you, Crimson King? Are you willing to help an old biddy out? I like to help, but not with a revolt. How do you mean? You can't be serious. Is it okay if I tell her everything? Is that a good idea? I mean, one of them gave it away, but still. She'd be a valuable asset. Well, I guess she does have a certain amount of influence. Oh boy, this conversation's about to get all kinds of crazy. Nevertheless, this is a decision he has come to upon hearing her words. Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I can't really say for sure how much we can trust her. But we do trust your judgment, Crimson King, just like Park said at the bar. That's right. If you're okay with it, so are we. You tell Margot of the Lemures appearing in the city and your role as monstrums in disposing of them, as well as the existence of an unfolding conspiracy not even you fully understand. Now hold on just a minute. Lemures? The Grimwald? Good grief, liable to drive an old crone batty with all this fairy tale talk. Nevertheless, that second part about a conspiracy does bring something to mind. I don't suppose a certain master is at the heart of it all, perchance. You mean... you know something, don't ya? I've heard a thing or two, yes. It's true the knights are plotting something. But this is quite a surprise. You're onto something, Crimson King. Between your operations and my intel, we just may get to the bottom of it all. Both what's going on in Balduq now and where the Bells of Freedom go from here. Very well, Monstrums, I'll take you up on your offer. But on two conditions. Break me out of jail and fill me in on all that you know. Do so and I, Margaret, will pledge you my fullest support. My intel, my contacts, all of it will be yours as cohorts of equal standing. Just don't expect me to perform at the level I was back in the golden days. Happy to have you aboard. Well, yeah, we'll need you to fight these weird things we just talked about now. Happy to have you aboard.
Yes.
Happy to come aboard. It would seem we have become party to a rather unexpected alliance. I'm sure we'll be able to count on her, as long as she's on our side. Yeesh, never thought we'd be getting help from the Resistance of all things. So, you really are leaving her? My God! They're onto us! No, don't fret, he's one of us. I trust you've cleared the areas I requested. I pulled whatever strings I could, but neither guard has his price, as it turns out. Take care making your way out, okay? I will. You do the same, Damien. This will be the last of your time I take. Spend it in peace with family, if you like. Margot. Thank you. If it weren't for you, my wife and I wouldn't be here. We'll never forget what you've done for us, I swear it. Oh, we don't have all day, you know. Lead the way, Monstrums. Adol and his comrades proceeded to escort Margot out of the prison. The group then made their way back to the Dandelion without incident.
All right, that went great.
Tobacco to go and a prisoner broken out yet again. 6,000 gold was received. You gain a new ally in Margot. And Margot will now assist you in the Monstrum Nox. How? That was quite a lot of Nox for that mission.
Adol.
I managed to explain everything to Margot on my end. She was quick to understand, so this should be a fruitful collaboration. I can see operating as a select few has left you a touch short-handed. I'll provide details of the garrison's patrols as well as any underworld intel we glean. I can also offer manpower if you need a diversion. All you have to do is ask. That's certainly reassuring to hear. If I may ask though, how fares the situation with the Resistance at present? Oh, I'd have to charge you extra for that unless you're up for a little secret fling. I like them. What is up with these old geezers? They're getting along like peas in a pod. So his name is Parks, is it? What an intriguing man. And that girl Iris. Surely there must be a story with that one. This hideout certainly has my interest on a personal level. I'll be sure to enjoy my stay. I will just make sure to keep all the bedrooms occupied.
Hello there.
Margot Reyes, leader of the Resistance. She's as undaunted as ever. I anticipate our future conversations will be quite edifying. I'm sure they will. Margot's the leader of the Bells of Freedom, is she not? As noble of a cause it is, it will all be for naught if she winds up in prison again. As a noble of a cause it is. There we go. Will it be entertaining to watch her struggle against all odds? Tripping up on some of them sentences, aren't I?
Sure thing.
Oh, yeah. I should have seen it coming. She definitely looks a part of a leader. While she's no Kratos, she's strong, capable, and a welcome addition to the crew. No complaints here.
See you later, then.
I wonder if you'd ever complain about that kind of thing. Bells of Freedom. I remember the rebellion attempt from 3 years back. Can't say what they did was right, but I can understand how they felt. After all, I'm only here because I didn't agree with the status quo either. What was our old brawl's name? Margot? No doubt about it. She's no stranger to fighting. Think she'd be up for a duel. Alright, speaking of fighting, what's my last quest here? Calling all strongmen. Shall I engage in the strongman competition?
Well, if it isn't my darling Adol.
Well, it's my darling Shantae. It appears as though Margot was quite fond of you, Adol, darling. The Bells of Freedom are known for being both noble and unethical, but their leader is wise. Who knows what we may learn from such a secretive organization as them?
Go get 'em out there, darling.
I am always a go-getter. Question at this point is always where to next. So there's all of these chests, this entire area to explore and indulge ourselves within. What's that location? Is it because I'm looking at the wrong bit there? No, it is that location. It just moves all the time, I feel like, most of the time. Right, I'm gonna go to over here, where there is something waiting for me. Interestingly. Let's go complete another quest. What's over here? Another recipe, I take it? Hey there, folks, you picked a good time to stop on by. I've just finished making my famous cheese gratin. It's our specialty, popular with gladiators and bullfighters alike. Oh, I've heard about this place from Felix. He told me the food here was top-notch. I don't doubt it. My stomach starts rumbling every time I pass by here. Well, aren't you sweet? Hearing that just about makes my day. Tell you what, why don't I let you in on our special secret, just for you? The gratin recipe was received. If there's any part of it that gives you trouble, you just come on back and ask. Wow, thank you so much.
Please, take a gander. I recommend everything.
That's the experience gains plus food.
Oh?
Better than the potatoes already made. We're probably a go-to spot for local gladiators and bullfighters here. Our dishes boast a stronger flavour than most, so keep that in mind making them.
Hope to see you again soon. Doing?
Sorry. You just caused insult again. I didn't mean to, though. Okay, so my favourite bullfighter is fighting today. Is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
Hello. Yes. Oh,
Don't sell just
maybe
those
come
accessories,
again,
do you,
okay?
dear Lilith? Alright, our quest is in here. Our Strongman contest. Felix is waiting for us. Ah, the best part of the Strongman event is rigging in the door right after. Last year's champion was that Dirlet fella, the one that digs up stones for masonry. He's on the front street of the entertainment district if you want to catch a glimpse of him. Quest! Felix doesn't seem like good about it. Hey, Ufa. I see you brought your friends along too. What are you doing here, Felix? I thought bullfighters had the day off. We did, but the promoter called me in to ask for my opinion on something. You're all Felix friends as well, yes? Oh, there certainly are some strong candidates among you. I assume you'll hear about the request I submitted to the Dandelion. Yeah, it's about needing a participant for the Strongman event. Change it to a swordsman event, and maybe I'll put my hand in the ring. Well, I'm afraid today's tournament is a test of pure bare-handed combat. I mentioned this on the request, but one of our participants suddenly took ill. I was asking Felix whether he knew of anyone who might be able to fill in. It's definitely Dogi. Well, but none of my bullfighter friends sounded too keen on the idea. Wonderful. Everyone looking forward to this is in for a disappointment at this rate. I don't suppose you'd have any suitable replacements to suggest. Well, we do have our resident fistfighter here, right, Pussycat? No way, I wouldn't last a second against all those buff burly men. I kind of doubt they'd let you sign up as a monstrum anyway. Perhaps there's another more suitable candidate we know of. I have someone in mind! Oh, do you really? It wouldn't happen to be that friend of yours from last time, would it? Let's call him right away! And on the others went to call their perfect candidate in right away. Following some explanation, he hardly agreed, to the promoter's delight. After entering him in the nick of time, the Strongman event was all set to begin. Calling all strongmen! Now the moment you've all been waiting for, the annual Balduqian Strongman Event. Before you stand our fearless contenders, each claiming themselves the strongest of all. Who will fight? Who will fall? Who will be our last strongman standing? Pay close attention, folks. The fights you're about to see will go down in history. Begin. The crowd is quite animated, enough to rival that of the bullfights. Yeah, I even see a few little ones here and there. I always considered the Coliseum the scariest place ever when I was their age. I don't blame you. This place used to only hold Roman-style tourneys back when it was built. Gladiatorial injury rates are no joke either. Some of them even lose their lives. But with all the other events they hold now, it's sort of lost that whole blood and guts feel. Bullfights and sport hunts are my top picks. Nothing like a little man versus beast action. Maybe for you, I say bring back the blood and guts. This goes to show how near and dear this Coliseum has become to Balduq, doesn't it? Like we asked, who the hell invited you anyway? Oh, now don't be like that. I'm just here to pay my respects. Who wouldn't want to see Dogi at work? It has been quite some time since I last come, after all. Wait, is he the prior champion? He's gotta be, yeah? Oh, look. His first match is up. Our next contestant, the brawny bouncer of the Dandelion, Dogi, the Wall Crusher! GG's in the chat. That's exactly what I had in mind when I agreed to help out. But after all the work I've been doing behind the scenes, I'm ready to let loose some steam. That's my Dogi, man. Go get him, honey. Go get him, honey. You the mad Dogi. Who the heck taught you that one? Tell you what, I ain't looking to let you guys down. His opponent is none other than the winner of last year's tournament. Boulder's carrot the stonemason's muscles is Durlev, the strong arm. You're a real rough lesson if you can win with brawl alone. Oh yeah? Come at me then. Begin! Come on, what's the matter? You just gonna guard me to death? Yeah, one punch. What? Oh! Oops, sorry there, pal. Been a while since I went this hard. Wow, he took him out in one blow. So, this is how strong Dogi really is. Yeah, not bad. Thinking I just might go in for a surprise attack one of these days. Try thinking again. Rah, Dogi bear, man after my own heart. He is. Dogi's knockout performance continued to carry him through the tournament with ease. One by one, Balduq's strongmen were given a first-hand taste of his true power. Strong arm indeed. Too strong even. This tournament's his for the taking. Piece of cake. Bring on the final round. I'll beat him down in one just like the rest. Help! Someone! What's happening? Is he the final opponent? Hey, talk to me. What's going on? Gel, lock. It broke. You gotta make a break for it, or you end up monster chow. Monsters? Ah! Shit. Guess they must have busted out the enclosures underground. This is one bona fide disaster, and we got front row seats. Seriously, Credo? Let's go, everyone. Right. You first. Guys, that'll be fine. They're just helping the spectators evacuate. Sure. Let's do the same over this way. No time to waste, Felix, my dear. Got it. Sheesh, real dark horse contenders we got here. Dogi, are you alright? Perhaps you would like some assistance. We'll join on the fray. I've been letting you have all the fun down here long enough. Let's grandstand this baby up. We've got ourselves a crowd to please. Now we're talking. Back us up, Dogi. Wherever you at, I mean Crimson King. Spin me right round, smash you on the head. Oh god, they're everywhere. I'll just keep going round and round for the time being, because that's a lot of guys. Spiders. Lots of people are leveling up by the look of it. You're the Pierce member at the moment. Wrong person. I keep switching character instead of using the ability. Finally. We finally thinned out their ranks. Indeed, only one foe remains. And here's the haymaker. Nice work, Crimson King. Looks like we still got ourselves a sizable krill. Guess we better call it. You monsters really came in clutch there. I don't believe it! Swooping in to save the day, it's the Monstrums! I'm telling you folks, never before has our Coliseum seen a battle so fierce. Whoa, you're the coolest, Dogi. The Monstrums rescued us again. We owe you guys big time. Brava, brava! You're just sensational. Wow, listen to all those cheers. It's kind of nice to be appreciated, doesn't it? And then soak it in. Let's clear out already. We shall see you again soon. Sure thing. Later, guys. Afterward, the Strongman Event was left with no other option but to cancel the tournament. The unexpected incident culminated in a thrilling conclusion courtesy of the Monstrums, firing the crowd up more than it had ever been in years past. Instead of a victor's trophy, Dogi was presented with a special award for his bravery and valor. As the tournament came to a smooth close, Adol and the others met up with their companions after regaining their bearings. Phew, thank goodness none of you ended up getting hurt. I can't believe how quickly you managed to get out of there, though. Right? Well, you know. As I had given in our line of work, I made sure you had our emergency plans down pat. Oh, I see, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Another masterful act of beguilement from Shantae. You said it, I'll have to thank him later. That makes twice now the Monstrums have saved us. Just when we thought things had finally settled after that uproar the other day, too. We'll keep things properly maintained here so nothing of this sort happens again. Just be more careful next time, yeah? Though this whole mess did get the crowd riled up in a way. Speaking of, good job in there, Dogi. I had you pegged as just a meter, but you really know your stuff in battle. I'll say you and I give it a go one of these days. That's gonna be a rain check from me. I'm no match for your Monstrum gifts. Still, it's been too long since the two of us got to kick some ass together, Adol. Yeah, wanna be a Monstrum too? We'll go find Aprilis to shoot you with a gun. Sounds like fun. You think Aprilis is taking appointments? At any rate, the Strongman Event was a rousing success thanks to all of you. Allow me to offer you a reward in exchange for your troubles. 3,500 gold? That's it! I mean, thank you. Partners to the end, aren't they? Hey there, Shantae. Whatever's Nihon? How have you been, honey? Doing alright, but I didn't expect to see you here. I did, though. You finally start coming to terms with things. Ah, pish posh, it's already been 5 years, you know. Little darlings over there, all the excitement my life could ask for these days. Besides, I can't stay and mopey Molly forever. You know he'd never let me live that down. You're probably right about that. You know, Shantae, all of us still look up to you, even now. You take care of yourself, okay? Feel free to stop by with your friends whenever you like. Sure thing. Thanks, darling. Shantae has a link with that Coliseum. Soon afterward, Dogi and Shantae made their way back to the bar. The dandelion was then up and open for business again before long.
I'm just happy we could help.
Calling All Strongmen is complete. Our Nox is filled. Agrimodios has appeared. We haven't even really begun exploring that area yet, so there we go with that. Right. So, we've got all the collectibles in here.
Where are you off to in such a hurry?
Bumping into your butt. Don't be so sour about it. Alright then. So, to see ourselves out for a session, let's get a bit more exploring going, because there might be some shops and the whatnot around here. Last time I arrived here, it was already exclusively inhabited by Roman nobility. From what I hear, Glia did used to have a noble class of its own, except now they live amidst the common folk, having been stripped of their status. Just about the only Glians left here now are a prominent family of physicians. It really isn't my place to say this, but this truly is a rough world we live in. His lordship and I moved here to establish a winery several years ago. The grapes grown in the soil are of prime quality to make a fine vintage, you see. And like a fine vintage, I've come to grow very fond of Balduq over time. Did get double talk dialogue though by the look of it.
Crimson Mine!
Those monstrums move.
Everyone likes how the monstrums move it.
Whoa, a treasure chest!
Mushrooms! Of course, random mushrooms is what we look for the most, I'll have you know. That landmark's going to cause me all kinds of issues, isn't it? So, where am I exactly at the moment? Let's head mainly down the left of the street here. I have no clue where that landmark is. Seems to be a lot of verticality to this place, doesn't there? You can see blue marks everywhere here on the other side of the building by the look of it. Well, look like it. Actually, further on, it's just below me here.
Item obtained.
That was a bit too much in the open for me. I wasn't expecting that. Quite a lot on the map of the Noble District. It looks big. Alright, that's the cultural heritage site. Ah, it's all you all. I owe you a great deal for finding my lady's dearest Todd. Unfortunately, however, one resolved matter has been replaced with another. My lady appears to be quite frightened over the rumoured ghost of the heritage site. Perhaps the master and mistress being away on a business trip is the cause of her unease. I know I could be of assistance somehow. It's quite a predicament. I know, long time no see, Mr. Darkhair and friends. I've been taking good care of my Todd since you helped to reunite me with him. That's excellent news indeed. In any event, you've heard the rumours of the ghost of the cultural heritage site, yes? The Noble District is near a cemetery, so I'm inclined to believe it is real. Oh, botheration, just what must be done to drive that ghastly ghoul away? You breed a gigantic Tyrannosaurus and set it against it.
There we go.
Bet well. Everywhere, these petals. I don't think we can get to 110.
Item obtained.
Depends, actually. 6 of 16. Well, actually, we probably could get to 110 from this area alone. Alright, our quest is out here. We won't accept it yet. We're going to continue to check things out. I'll probably do that quest next time.
Ramirez! Yeah! Excuse me!
Look how much they dive in like that.
A most impressive feat.
Never bad to get some more experience. We get 2 aromatic lumber. Alright, where's more of these petals? No more this way by the look of it. That's a treasure chest.
A treasure chest!
Do smoke meat! This session passed way too fast, did it?
Crimson!
I think we started in a good thing. We did a lot of side quests and everything, but we had that nice session, like the nice middle ground punctuating was the main story and stuff, so that was kind of cool.
Ain't getting away from me.
Stop moving, I'm trying to punch you. That enemy looked a bit too stuck then, didn't it? A Mystic Laser Light, our very first one, finally. Maybe I shouldn't say finally when I got like the very first one and all that. Sounds like I've been waiting for one to drop for ages. It's nice to get one though. Right, so another petal down here.
Got it.
Not finding many graffiti. I guess the Noble District would have less graffiti when I think about it.
Lemuri's detected.
Okay, it's one of them. Come back! I'm trying to hit your flash guard. Oh, two enemy randomly. Thinking, even my level up with the enemies are just straight up stronger. Two more aromatic lumber. Right, where are we headed? So, I mean, the place we're supposed to head next is over there, but we can actually head into the cemetery on this side now. It's gone completely silent while we're in here. Right, I should probably grab the nearest things that I can see. Kind of partially focus on getting 10 petals for 110th reward.
Yes! Got one!
A couple of people to speak to here. Look! Way better than guys. Ah, yes, yes, the muses themselves guide the brush today, my friends. Oh, does my work tickle your artistic sensibilities, mayhaps? Haha, I am rather proud of my skill with the brush, I'll admit. It started out as only a mere hobby, but it's practically my profession now. Cool. Take my breaks from the Governor General's office here as part of my daily routine. My subordinate, however, prefers to take his by the Central District fountain. We've had all sorts of issues to deal with. The Cardinal's absence, the Monstrums. I'd be simply buried in work were it not for these breaks. Alright, that's where the Grimrod Eos is.
Whoa, a treasure chest!
I'll take that. Emollient. How many petals am I off getting the next petal reward? 4. So this graffiti's over here. Oh, Carla, I can't put a price on my feelings for you, but you'd never spare them a single coin, so I'll carve them here for free instead.
Got it!
So I'll graffiti up this place. That sounds like a great idea. I'm out. Puff. That's getting a bit too near the next destination and getting sucked into something. So if I want to get some blue shiny goodies, Pioneer seems pretty good. It's the Governor General. We ask that normal citizens refrain from entering at whim. Why have you come to inquire about the situation regarding the Cardinal? Unfortunately, our efforts to find him have met much difficulty and little luck. We have a replacement running things in his stead, but it may not quite measure up. We appreciate your understanding in advance. Guess I can't go up there. A chest on top of the building in there. Alright, so in terms of blue goodies, there's one up there. Cemetery is but a silent place.
There we go.
There's a chest up in the middle of everything.
Whoa, a treasure chest!
Dry aged meat. Makes you wonder where to go next, really, doesn't it? To the beauty of the windowsill. Hold fast your loyalty to king and country and lock up your yearning that cannot be. You need not shed another tear again. Question is, what does that really even mean?
A treasure chest!
And when's our next reward for grabbing all these things? Doesn't seem to be many nice blue things around here, does there? Oh, hello. By this seal shall the pure soul within the vessel of Adol be empowered. Should you happen to read this, I bid you accept its bestowal. Mysterious power wells up within Animano's body. Strength and defensive increased by 3. My prowess appears to have been enhanced, though how I cannot say. There's a bit of a mystery, that's for sure. And we'll get this landmark while we're here as well. Oh, or not. Unless this is not gated off. I did just run out of puff when I tried to get up though. That is accessible. This is the 4 guardian gargoyles.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Two pedals away. I regret setting that as my target, because it looks like a lot of those petals are completely out of my jurisdiction. Yes, they are. Until I do a Grimoire or some more, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get to them that easily. They are completely caged off. So we've explored a fair bit. But it looks like a lot of the stuff are in areas I can't get to just yet. We have another quest to complete. The main quest to head to after that. So I think we'll end it here. For this session of East 9, Monstrum Nox. Well, a fair bit more exploration done with this area mostly revealed now, though there is some blank spots still to hit. Our total percentage now comes up to 43%. Treasure's at 50%. It's looking pretty good. Prison City of Balduq is 95.2% explored. I'm going to go look around for any barriers that I can break down and whatnot. But we will continue on with this and our questing next time. We'll get our next character, eh? Renegades are waiting. I'll see you guys then for that. For more. Bye-bye.